Hey everybody, I know it's been a hot minute since I've done one of these videos, so I had a dentist appointment this morning. I had to get my teeth cleaned. They're all pretty and shiny, and I just thought since on the way home I would holler at y'all and do another quick little video. So, you know, one thing, and this isn't really something I was going to talk about in this one, but after being to the dentist, I actually wanted to. So I have been noticing on my teeth that plaque gets, like especially the back of my bottom teeth, I get really bad plaque buildup. And I've only been noticing this about 6 months that it gets really, really bad. And my husband's got one of those little metal teeth picks, and I'll get in there and I'll pop the plaque off. So when I was in there today, this was the perfect opportunity to ask the hygienist, about the plaque buildup. She goes, well, it could be genetics. She goes, some genetics just, they just grow more plaque. She goes, you're a plaque grower. Okay. And then we got to talking about my diet. And she's like, the more I talk to you about your diet, she goes, the more I'm thinking that's 100% the reason why you have so much plaque. She goes, that much meat will cause plaque buildup. So my question to you other carnivores, do y'all have extra plaque buildup? I'm really curious because I get it really, really bad. Not so much on the top, but I do on the bottom. My bottom teeth are not straight. They've never been straight. They never will be straight. So I have a couple of little spots, like there's this tooth here. You can't see it. It sticks farther, so there's like a little indentation in the back. Well, that builds plaque a lot. And then I have another little tooth on this other side that it sticks out a little bit. Well, behind it, and it's because I just don't have enough room in my mouth for all the teeth that I have. But plaque will build up on that tooth. And those two teeth are mainly my problem. And then last night, this is a gross thing here, and which it's gone, and after the teeth cleaning she told me it was just stained. But last night I'm brushing my teeth and I'm flossing my teeth, and I just happened to look behind my back teeth and it's black. I'm like, oh, what the hell's going on? So we think it is the Avi collagen in my coffee that stained my teeth. It was horrible, and she just tickled me. She goes, oh my gosh, I wish you'd have left it there so I could have seen it. Which, like I said, it's gone. And then she's told me, she goes, it's just stained. It's because my teeth are in perfect condition. I have no cavities. Nothing. I think I've only ever had maybe 2 cavities in my life. So I have no cavities. And the cavities that I did have, they were baby teeth. They came out. So my teeth are actually in extremely good condition, extremely healthy, and I actually think my teeth are healthier now than they were before I got on Carnivore. That makes any sense. Even though I have a higher plaque buildup, it's not a bad plaque buildup, and so the plaque acts more like an insulation, a protective coating. So she's absolutely not worried about it. My teeth are good. Oh, I like to miss my turn. My teeth are good, and they don't hurt. I do have sensitive teeth, but other than that, they were very impressed, and it just tickled her with the amount of plaque that I did have, which I kind of freaked her out because she kept looking at my mouth like she was stumped, and she'd go back, she'd look at the computer. She's like, where's your wisdom teeth? Where's your premolars? Where's the canine? So I have a canine that I completely broke off many, many years ago. My wisdom teeth have been removed, and my premolars never came in. I have 2 baby teeth. It freaked her out. She's like, I don't know what's going on with your mouth. So, yeah, I wanted to, see if y'all have the same issue with plaque. Well, anybody that, all y'all that do eat carnivore, do y'all have extra plaque buildup? Because I'm seeing it, but I don't have bad teeth. So it's kind of neat, you know, even though you have all this plaque, your teeth are extremely healthy. So yeah. Now let me know what you think. And I've got to run into the post office. But I do have one more thing I would like to talk about on the way home. So I'll catch back up with y'all here in just a minute. Alrighty. Sorry, I had to stop off and check the P.O. box. When I shipped the free stickers, I think a friend of mine that I shipped stickers to, I put her address, our city. And I was kind of hoping they came back. And I'm hoping I didn't screw it up. But I kind of have that gut feeling that I did. But I don't know. But anyways, okay, so the other thing I wanted to talk about was how do y'all, or how have y'all that have lost a large amount of weight, how have you coped with maybe the excess skin or life after weight loss? How do you cope with the urge, because most of us that were gaining that much weight, we had a food addiction. I mean, let's just chop it up to that. How do you keep it under control? What tools do you use to keep the weight off? I know, you know, most people that's going to be watching this are carnivores, so carnivore keeps it off of you. But those that may see these that are not carnivore, maybe you still eat a standard diet, how do you regulate your weight? How do you make sure your weight stays, you know, at a normal range? And when I say that, everybody's normal range, man, that's totally different. My normal range now is a little heavier than it was when I was 17, 18, 19 years old. I mean, I don't know what I weigh right now, but I can tell you this. I have gained weight, which I get complimented on constantly because and get told, girl, you needed to gain the weight. And I did. I'm not going to hide that, man. I was way too scrawny. But I have gained quite a bit of weight back. But, you know, I can't say, well, my normal weight needs to be this when I'm just to be 38 years old. I ain't got the body of a teenager anymore. I've had a kid. We get older, we spread out just a little bit, and I've spread out just a little bit, so I'm a little heavier. I can't fit in the clothes that I want to fit in because I've gained weight that I wore when I was in high school. Yeah, I'm sizing out of it. I can still fit in them. They're a little snug. I'm not gonna lie, goodness gracious, they're a little snug. But I'm starting to get my figure back, which I like. You know, I know from being overweight and then being so skinny and now trying to gain the weight back to get to a healthy weight level, I have to keep this in check because my brain tells me, hey, you need to back off. You're getting fat. I ain't getting fat. I'm gaining weight, yes. And I joked with my husband the other day. I'm like, okay, I'm going to have to do something because I'm getting a little pudgy around the center. And I have gained some weight in around the center, but I also haven't been working out. I hurt my hip. Something happened with my hip, and my body was just give out. So I took a week off. That week turned into 2. Now it's going on 3 weeks. My hip's still kind of sore, but I've been so busy, I honestly have not taken the time to just stop for 45 minutes and actually do my workouts because I'm pushing so hard to get this Etsy going. I just don't have time. You know, and I know, yes, that's a cop-out, that's an excuse. I'd have had my butt kicked for not working out because I need to go back to working out. But my husband also has told me more than once, he goes, you know, I think it's going to be a good thing that you're not working out. You're letting your body, you know, relax and to rest. Because I wasn't giving my body a lot of rest. I was pushing my body pretty stinking hard. And I needed the weight gain. This break is giving me some weight gain. But I have to keep telling myself, you're not getting fat. You're not going to get fat in 2 months. You're not, yeah, I might gain some weight in 2 months, but I'm not going to go back up to 250 pounds. No, that ain't going to happen. I'm trying to retrain my brain. And then I'm also, which that's getting easier. I finally, and it doesn't bother me now. Used to, if I was getting ready for bed, I got obsessed over how flat is my stomach. I'm not obsessed with that anymore, because when I go to bed, I don't have a big, nice, lovely, flat, toned looking tummy. No, it's full of electrolytes and food. And a lot of times, it's also full of, that's a bump. It's also full of coffee. Because I'll drink a cup of coffee before I go to bed. Because I am one of those people that actually coffee makes me sleep. And it makes me sleepy. I don't know why. In the mornings I can drink coffee and it helps me wake up. Or it just doesn't do anything for me. But at night I can drink a cup of coffee and it mellows me and it calms me and it makes me want to go to sleep. Don't know why. And yes, I'm drinking caffeine. I don't drink decaf. But retraining our brains is hard. But how do you do it? You know, what tools do you use to help you keep your weight under control? Because I know Carnivore is my tool. You know, I eat. If I'm hungry, I'm gonna eat. This morning, I got up. It's 10 o'clock. I got up this morning at 6 o'clock, which is actually, it's about on par, a little late. I'm out in the barn milking goats by 6:05, 6:10. I'm back in the house. 6:30, I'm pouring up milk, getting milk done, tying my big registered buck out so he can have some grass, because where he's at, he doesn't get any grass. I'm trying to get ready to go to town because I got a dentist appointment at 8:30. I'm starting to get hungry, but I didn't have time to eat this morning. I could take it or leave it on food. I don't know if I want to eat or not. So Carnivore, it gives me that option. If I want to eat, I'm going to eat. And I think I'm a habit eater. I like having my breakfast and I like having lunch. If I skip breakfast and I'm busy, I don't think about eating because I'm not hungry. Like, you know, and Carnivore gives me that, gives me that freedom, to be able to skip a meal and just not be hungry. Now, about 12 o'clock, if I haven't eaten, I'm going to start to get hungry, slightly hangry, but not bad hangry. But that'll only last about an hour, then I'm good. I mean, if I wanted to fast, I could fast. Sorry, sun's making me yawn. But if I want to fast, I can fast. People ask, why do you do this diet? That's the reason. It helps keep my weight under control. It helps me feel full. It helps keep all my eating disorder urges away. And anyone that says any diet, no matter if it's carnivore, if you're keto, if you're vegan, if you're just a standard diet and you're counting calories, I don't have the urges to the eating Whoop. Hang on, y'all. On my way home, I'll spit in the car. I'm not going to kill him, but I am going to get him off the road. It's a little chicken snake. Come on, buddy. Come on. Off the road. He's little. He's about 3 feet long, but we don't kill those. Okay. Sorry. Just a slight stop. I'm going to try not to get all up in the camera. Okay. Sorry about that. I just wanted to show y'all. That's the first snake I've seen this season, or this year, the summer season. I know we got them, but I'm just not seeing them. But anyways, that was a slight little, hang on, squirrel moment. But, so, and those of y'all that are recovering from an eating disorder, what are your tricks? Do you still have urges? Because, now, I'm going to say this, I am not trying to piss anybody off or make anybody mad or call anybody a liar. It's not what I'm doing here. But anyone that says I'm like 2 feet from my house and this thing is just beeping a storm. Anybody that says their diet, they never have urges again, bullshit. I'm going to call you on that one. I've dealt with this eating disorder twice, if not 3 times. Okay, actually, I've went through this 3 times. When I was 19, while I was bigger, and during Carnivore. So, about a year ago. I finally was able to get it under control in November. So, right at a year ago, you know. We're getting close. Well, ish. So, we're gonna call it a year. Last night, I had an urge. But when you train your body to do a certain thing, like for me, when I had my latest relapse, I couldn't wait for my husband to go to work so I could binge that night. And then for the whole time he was working was one big binge purge session. So for me, every now and then when he goes back to work, my brain's saying, hey, it's time, let's do this. So what do? Yesterday, well, let's see, what is today? Today's Wednesday. Monday night, I put in a pork butt. And not a big one. I think it was like a 4-pound, maybe a 6-pound, 5-pound pork butt. Stuck it in the slow cooker. Cooked it for about 10 hours all night, and it was really good. And then yesterday, about 8 or 9, I stuck on a huge slab of pork ribs. And these weren't baby, they're saying they're spare ribs, but they were massive. They cooked over 6 hours, and oh my gosh, they were so good. Well, we ate what we wanted out of them. I stuck them in a baggie. I've got the pulled pork in a container there in the refrigerator. So my husband's in bed. I'm trying to get his breakfast cooked and his lunch is going for today. And I have that. It's not big. And so when I say I call your bullshit on never having urges, I'm not saying uncontrollable urges. I don't have uncontrollable urges anymore. So yes, I will agree there. A carnivore diet, it controls that. It'll cut, for me, it completely cut the uncontrollable I gotta have it urges. But the slight, hey, he's going to work, let's binge. I want to binge. That slight little urge, it hit. So I go to the refrigerator, I tear off a piece of ribs, and when I'm making his lunch, I made a barbecue pork pocket, I guess, for his lunch, because he does still eat a standard diet. He still eats bread. He eats a high meat diet, not a high fat diet, but he does eat more meat and fruit mostly. But I had a can of crescent rolls in the refrigerator for a recipe that I bought too many. So I made him barbecued pulled pork pockets. And while I'm making that, I'm eating a little bit of the pulled pork. But bread was a weakness for me. I love bread. I love to make it. I just love it. And that keeps that little bit of pork and those little bit of ribs keeps my brain going, okay, you're good, I'm good. And then I went and had a cup of coffee, and then I finished off my electrolytes. But how are you keeping it at bay? Because I know, maybe what's working for me don't work for somebody else. My diet keeps it at bay. I'm not going to say carnivore cures an eating disorder. What I will agree with is carnivore keeps it at bay. It keeps it manageable. It keeps it where the severe flare-ups, and I'm going to call it a flare-up, the severe urges don't come around because you're satiated. You ain't hungry, so you don't eat. And it's not your body saying, hey, I'm hungry. It's your brain saying, hey, this is the habit. We need to do this. And being on the right diet, like for me, it's carnivore, it gives you the strength to go, nah, I don't want to. Nah, I don't need that. When used to, it was so bad. You're eating before you can tell you can stop. And now it's like, nah, I don't want that. I'm good. Yeah, it smells good, but nah, I don't want that. And I know I have a big test coming up. My oldest is turning 23. He wants sushi. He loves sushi. So there's this Japanese sushi revolving sushi bar type thing that we're going to. I don't like sushi. I don't like raw fish. I don't know. It's a texture thing. It's not that it tastes bad. It's the mushiness. I don't like the mushiness. It just it's always been hard for me to wrap my head around. And then raw. I just don't like raw things. But I'm going to have sushi. And my husband told me, he goes, it's one day. He goes, what does it matter? He goes, yeah, you might get bloated and might feel bad for a day. He goes, but eat your California rolls. I told him, I said, but that's just it. Because Monday we had chiropractor's appointments and we stopped off at Sam's, and they both got California rolls. They were hungry. They needed us. We had ate at like 7 o'clock ish, and they were getting hungry. It was going to be a while before I had the steaks done. So on the way back from McKinney, they ate sushi. And whatever my son was eating, oh my goodness, it smelled so good. Oh, it smelled delicious. And that got us off on, his birthday and where he was wanting to eat. And that's when my husband told me, just eat it. He goes, yeah, it's rice, but everything here is pretty much clean. He goes, just eat it. I just, but that's just it. I don't want the rice. And I love rice. It doesn't matter. I can eat it by itself with nothing on it. I love rice. It does not sound good to me anymore. I don't want it. I would be more to say, okay, I'll take off all the rice and eat the veggies in the center. That sounds better than the rice. And I really don't want the veggies. And I told him, I said, no, if I'm going to go to this sushi bar, by damn it, I'm going to eat sushi. And if you watch TikTok, there's that little girl that she's eating something and she's gagging. And they're like, is it good? Mm-hmm. And she'll gag and yum, gag. I said, I might be that little girl, but by damn it, I'm gonna eat sushi. But they'll have beef and other stuff, so I'm gonna do that. But I'm starting to feel safe enough to try to do this. But I'm still not 100%. And I've already said I do want to move maybe in the next couple of years. I want to try more keto. Clean keto. I'm not talking the keto cookies and stuff like this. Clean, fresh keto. So basically I'm going to do exactly what I'm doing now, but I'm going to add small amounts of fruits, small amounts of vegetables. the fruits and vegetables that I add, I'm going to look for ones that have not been changed. This is a discussion me and my husband had here the other day. He doesn't believe in the carnivore diet. Now let me rephrase it. He believes in the carnivore diet. He sees how it works for me, and he sees that it works. He's like, it works. It's good. He doesn't believe, in his opinion, that it is the proper diet. It might be the proper diet for some. He's like, but I don't believe overall it's the perfect diet. All right, and I'm not going to say the proper diet. We're going to call it the perfect diet. I think the Lord gave us everything we need to stay healthy. He gave us everything we need to keep us well, to keep us fed with the right nutrition. Everything He made us, He made to eat. The animals, fruits and vegetables, yes, I do believe we're to eat them. Do I think that they can cause problems? Yes. Do I want to get out here and go eat a truckload of carrots? No. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to have me some pulled pork and eggs, some ribs. I don't want vegetables. I feel for me, carnivore is the best diet for me. It's not for my husband. I get that. For me, it is. I do want to experiment with, and I don't want to do this until I am 100% okay. And that's how I'm going to put it, is I want to be okay, and I want to feel safe to do it. And when I say I want to feel okay and safe, it's not that I think the vegetables and fruit are going to damage me. I have absolutely no autoimmune disorders. I have nothing like that. Where I want to feel safe is sweet is a trigger. Certain vegetables are triggers for my eating disorder. It makes me want to binge them. I want to make sure I can fully keep the eating disorder under control before I try to experiment adding certain fruits and vegetables. And the fruits and vegetables that I do add, I don't want to add stuff like corn. I'm sorry, corn has been changed so much. Bananas have been changed. Apples have been changed. I want to stay low carb. I am a firm believer, and so is my husband, that low carb, cutting out the carbs, will keep you healthy. Carbs are, and maybe carbs in moderation. I can get that for certain people. I can't do carbs in moderation, but I would like to experiment with adding stuff like blueberries, raspberries, blackberries, strawberries, the berries. We have some wild blackberries growing on our property, and I actually think they're called dewberries. We call them wild blackberries. That's what I've always called them. That's what I'll keep calling them. As far as the vegetables, lower carb vegetables, low-ish carb vegetables, because onion is not low carb, but I'm not going to sit there and eat a whole yellow onion. But I'd like to add in some onion, certain peppers, because I do like peppers. Broccoli, I like broccoli. I love broccoli, but I think I need to stay away from that. The last time I tried to have broccoli, it did not sit well with me. And to be completely and utterly honest, vegetable-wise, just adding onions and some peppers, I'm pretty much good. I do like salad, so maybe certain lettuces. Cabbage can be a hit or miss with me. It can really mess my stomach up. But that's a test I want to do maybe in a year or two. But for me right now, I'm doing really, really good. And I'm gaining the weight back. I'm gaining quite a bit of weight back. But I would say if I had to judge, I'm between 125 and 140. I have no clue really what I weigh. That's just my guess. Don't own a scale, so I can't tell you. I can tell you how I feel. I feel good. I'm getting stronger. Even though I'm not working out right now, I am actually getting stronger still. I'm not losing muscle. That's kind of been another, let's see, will I lose muscle if I'm not working out? I can't tell that I've lost any. I still got the arms. I still got the definition in my shoulders. Yes, it's only been 3 weeks. I'm not going to lose muscle in 3 weeks. But I'm not seeing any strength reduction, no muscle reduction. I have energy. I'm sleeping good. I'm working even harder. Even though I'm pretty much sitting at the computer 24/7 now, I feel good. But, and my big question for y'all is, how do you cope? How do you cope with the weight loss? How do you cope with the eating disorders? The loose skin. I don't want to keep the loose skin. I've got some loose skin, back here, a little here. But I lost 130 pounds. Yeah, I've got it around my tummy. My boobs deflated. My butt deflated, which is, I'm starting to get my curves back, but still a long way to go. So I still have a little, I'm going to call it saggage under my booty, because I was so large. I've got a little extra loose skin in my thigh area. Again, I was large. I've got loose skin around my tummy. I was 250 pounds for 10 years. I can't expect my body to be perfect like I was when I was 19. I'm learning to live with it. Do I like it? No. Can I accept it? Yes. Do I want the skin removed? Yes, I do. If I never got rid of it and never got it removed, is it going to be detrimental to my health or my mental stability? No, I'll be perfectly fine. Yes, I lost a lot of weight. That loose skin's like a little badge of honor. I did that. I got my health back under control, and I'm okay with that. But given the chance, if I got told, hey, we'll give you a mommy makeover and a tummy tuck and a butt lift and all this and that, you want it done? Yes, I do. Please, tighten it back up. Thank you. But, again, if I never got it done, it's no skin off my back. I'm okay with that. And learning to accept our bodies, learning to retrain our brains, that's not easy. It has not been easy on me. And I honestly think that's why I backslid back into the eating disorder. I hadn't fully overcome the eating disorder. I will never overcome the eating disorder. But I have learned to live with it. I have learned to control it and to keep it at bay. And carnivore is, at the moment, the only way I can do that. And by being on this diet, it has given me so much freedom to go on with my life. I'm not constantly thinking about food. I enjoy my food even more now, and I'm happy. Saying that makes it all good. I'm happy. I wasn't happy skinny. I'm happy now. I'm happy with who I am. And I think that's a point where once you finally, and I do believe diet has a big part to play in happiness. When you find a diet that makes you happy and you are genuinely happy, then that's where you need to be. As long as you are happy and healthy. And I'm happy and healthy. But anyways, I have a goat looking at me. He's laying down. He's in the shade, but he kind of got tangled up. And I'll show you who I'm looking at. Because, oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. Trying to take off my phone. Alright, I'm going to turn you around. Mr. Astro. I have him tied up. Bless his heart. He's such a good boy. He's been liking the ladies a little too much here lately. And he actually tore a hole in the butt pen. So he's having to go into a bachelor pad. But he started looking kind of bad. And I've had him up feeding him. And he has no grass. And it's killing us on the hay prices. I'm paying $42 for a bale of hay. $42. That's ridiculous. And which now it's a heavy bale. It's like 100 and plus. They're calling it 130. I can lift the bale, but it is heavy. And if it's 130 pounds, that's like lifting me. It's a big bale. It's almost the size of 2 regular bales. But I haven't been able to get to the feed store. Oh, and I've got to go to the feed store. Dang it. I guess I'm going to the feed store. And I'm at home. And I'm starting to get hungry. I might eat and then go to the feed store. Yeah. But, or just go tomorrow. Might just go tomorrow. But I can't, I didn't want to have to go buy another big bale of hay. And I'm in my car. My husband's got the truck, so I can't go get the hay. So I've been tying Mr. Astro out, and then I've got babies in the backyard, and they have no grass. I mean, my backyard is a complete mess. It's dirt. It's black dirt, or black, we're on black land. So I'm rotating my babies out. One gets to come out a day. Astro comes out every day. But if I let all 3 of the little boys out, they want to go across the road. And I'm sure they're going to get hit. But an oncoming vehicle, because the people that drive up and down our road, they think it's a racetrack. I have literally seen one of the neighbor's kids gas on it so hard. I guarantee you he's running 60 for less than a mile, maybe a mile and a half, 3/4 of a mile. It's stupid. But, so I'm rotating the baby, so I tie Astro out, and he's actually starting to gain some weight. But yeah, he's tied up right here next to the car. He's my weed eater. I kind of broke my lawnmower, so I can't mow my yard right now, and it is, saying it's tall is an understatement. I'm rolling my window down on my car. That's my yard. It is so grown up. The gentleman that mows my neighbor's yard, and he bush hogs it, he's going to come grab us this week. And he always mows for us, and he's super, super nice. He reminds me of my papa. So the first time I met him, we had just lost my dad. And I couldn't be around him. I mean, he put me in tears. But he's got a heart of gold. I think he just turned 84, and he's still out here bush hogging. He's got a big bush hog and a big tractor, and he goes and does a whole bunch of properties. But it takes him all of about 10 minutes to do ours. Maybe 20 to do our neighbors. They've got 10 acres. We're on just shy of 5. And he's like, yeah, I noticed it was grown up. He's like, I'll get you. But we weren't going to give him the bush hog this year because we wanted to get completely fenced in, but we ran out of funds. Funds went in so many other directions. Income tax funds went everywhere else other than being able to put our fence in. And now we're trying to do everything we can to put back to get our steer processed. And then I have a little buckling in the pasture that, well, is a wether. We've got to get him processed. And in the process of getting all this meat processed, I've got to come up with a freezer because I don't have the freezer space for a full steer and a goat. Thank goodness my mom, she told me, she goes, well, that's going to be an early birthday present. You can have I'll help you out on the freezer. So she's going to be a godsend. Or I wouldn't have a place to put all this meat. So I've got to purchase a new freezer. Figure out where we're going to put this freezer. And everything else. But anyways, I'm rambling. I kind of enjoy just chit-chatting. But I'm going to get off of here, and I think I'm not going to do much editing to this video. I'm going to pretty much leave it as is, because I just don't like editing videos. I like to keep it real. You know? I just don't like adding. I might try to cut out some of the fillers, but I like for y'all to see who I is, who I am. But anyways, I'm going to get off of here. I think I'm going to run in here and grab a bite to eat and then run to the feed store, because I'm out of feed, or just wait and go do it tomorrow. But anyways, y'all have a good one, and I will try to get another video up as quickly as possible. Bye, y'all.